Right now on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. We are just merely 5 days away for Survivor Series. And what a Survivor Series, we're going to kick things off as the guys who are going to compete against Team Bloodline in Survivor Series. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Rich Holland, Butch, and Kevin Owens, who had made their symbol that they're getting ready for their upcoming match at Survivor Series against the Bloodline. They're going to be on Raw, the kickoff Raw. And what do they have to say 5 days before Survivor Series as their match is pending? Also, too, coming up on Raw, um, Rhea Ripley taking on Asuka. An important match, a significant important match at Survivor Series, an advantage match. Who's going to have the advantage for their respective teams? Will it be Rhea Ripley or Asuka? These two former women's champions battle it out coming up, as well as many more stuff coming up ahead. Also, too, in hot topics, we talk about MJF, his win, becoming AEW World Champion. What does this mean? As well as Josh Alexander from Impact making a big impression with his world title win as well. We get things started as the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report, and it starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick D. Fear. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show for our edition on the Raw Ring Report. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't be missing anything. Be notified. You know how that go on the Pro Wrestling Show. We are here, and we're glad you joined us here on the Raw Ring Report. Thank you all once again for watching. All right, we're gonna get things started. We're gonna get things started with this. We're gonna get things started with the Team Brawling Brutes. You know, this was the last appearance of them on SmackDown, making a united front. Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Sheamus, and his groups of the Brawling Brutes, Rich Holland and Butch, join a united front. We know that this coming up Saturday at Survivor Series War Games, they will be locked up in a War Games match, and this is going to be a match that we're going to see come through in fruition. We're going to see that match exclusive on the WWE Net on Peacock and on the WWE Network International. But we know that's going to be one of the matches. I think that's the main event at Survivor Series when you think about it. So we'll see that match coming up. Well, we didn't wait too long to see how things were gonna turn out when they kicked off the show. Team Brawling Brutes kicked off the show right here. Drew, Sheamus, Kevin Owens, Ridge, and Butch. Well, we know Kevin Owens, he came out there with a massive ovation coming back home to Raw. They said he's nursing an injury, but he's gonna be able to pull through. As you see right here, the Brawling Brutes as well coming out there with a big reception, as well as Drew McIntyre coming out there as well. So there's a lot going on in Survivor Series. We'll see that. They got confronted by none other than the Judgment Day, Raw's resident group. The Judgment Day coming out there trying to stake their claim and stuff about what's going to go down Survivor Series. Really, Finn and Real are going to have really important matches at Survivor Series when you think about it. Well, Sheamus went against Dominic in a match. I think Dominic was not ready for Sheamus in some more way, form, or fashion. Um, Sheamus, you know, with those 10 pounds, the 10 bells, hit Dominic in the head. But Dominic lost his match. Also, to Kevin Owens also speaks about his history of Roman Reigns as well. That Roman and him didn't touch it till Royal Rumble. Roman now he hasn't forgot about Roman Reigns and he wants a piece of Roman Reigns. This is the alternative plan right now. Sheamus, Rich Holland, Butch taking on with Kevin Owens. You got to wonder if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn they're gonna confront each other at Survivor Series. They're both best friends and both got into some the heap up things, but Survivor Series is all about survival and elimination style. So we'll see that Survivor Series, but we'll talk about a little bit later on what Drew McIntyre was involved in the show and what he did later on. We'll talk about that. Also, to The Miz, the Hollywood A-lister, came out there. He was scheduled to meet Johnny Gargano in a match, but Miz made a lame excuse. Miz trying to say that his arm was hurt because he was doing TikTok and stuff. What does TikTok got to do with your arm being hurt? You're taking on Johnny Gargano in a match, but Miz backed out. Miz found him a replacement. Um, the Miz said that he has a replacement in his mind, and the Miz brought out the big guy almost, who's almost 7 foot 5 inches tall, almost came out there looking like a warrior or whatever, with MVP in his corner, almost in turn helping out Miz, taking down Johnny Gargano and leaving Gargano out, left piece by piece. Johnny Gargano, Miz getting his revenge over Johnny Gargano. As Gargano tried to blackmail Miz after what going on with what's his name? I forgot his name. Dexter Lumis. We know Miz and Gargano. We don't know if they're gonna meet at Survivor Series or what. But Miz getting his revenge over Johnny Gargano after what Johnny Gargano had did to embarrass him stuff with the help of Almost. Speaking of that, we found out at Survivor Series this whole thing going on with the U.S. Championship is going to be a triple threat match between champion Seth Rollins defending his championship against Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley. Seth Rollins does not have to be pinned to lose his championship in the worst way for him. And you can tell that Seth Rollins has a target on his back with a lot of people. Like right here, Theory, looking at Seth Rollins, Theory, no more selfies, no more smiling, no more showing off your body and stuff like Vince McMahon wants you to do. Theory all vicious and serious and stuff. And he wants that United States Championship back. And the only way he'll get it at Survivor Series. But you have to wonder Lashley is involved as well. So this makes it real difficult. A triple threat match for the US Championship. Like I said, don't forget this coming weekend on predicted outcome for Survivor Series. I'll give you my predictions on who's gonna leave out in that triple threat match as the the United States champion. It's a lot of questions and stuff that we're gonna handle and stuff. But Theory looks serious and looking promising that he wants to go back. Look at Theory bleeding himself. So we know at Survivor Series that Austin Theory gets a chance to go for the U.S. gold and Lashley as well and Seth Rollins. But this should be the world championship, to be honest with you. I really don't get WWE's Theory, but they did help improve Theory when he was lacking off that match last week. Theory, they did redeem him, so hopefully Theory can get some payback and vengeance on what's going on. But he trying to build himself back up. As you see right here with Mustafa Ali, what he did to Mustafa Ali earlier. Mustafa Ali can't catch a break. He was in the World Cup, and now he got job and regulated to Theory again. Hopefully, Mustafa he job like that, but he got jobbed again by Lashley. So they're just using that. Why ain't Mustafa Ali in this match? And then a lot of people say Mustafa Ali is not gaining ground, not gaining support and stuff on fanfare and pomp and circumstances. But Austin Theory wants that championship, and he's targeting Seth Rollins, and he has to go through Lashley as well to get that championship back one way or another. So hey, that's one way to see that. We'll see that match at Survivor Series and stuff. But Theory tried to use Ali as a scapegoat. Speaking of that, and meanwhile in the back, JBL and Baron Corbin who JBL calls the next modern wrestling god, Corbin. Talking, they're playing poker until Drew McIntyre interrupted them, and JBL was talking good things about Drew, but Drew wasn't buying it. And Drew pulled out Corbin's punt card and told Corbin by himself. Well, that led to Corbin and Drew McIntyre having the match. These two were former tag teammates and now enemies. Now they're gonna fight one another in the ring. They did so in the ring, but Drew and Corbin had a hard fought out match. Both men hitting each other with moves with deep six by Corbin and the Claymore kick. Drew getting the win, but the way Drew got his win was this: Akira Tozawa playing games with JBL on top of JBL. I don't know why, and took JBL's hat. Like they say, you don't tuck on Superman's cape, and you don't take JBL's hat. JBL hat was tucking away from him, and that caused the distraction for Drew to get the win over Baron Corbin in a hard fought matchup for Drew, getting himself ready for Survivor Series in that War Games match that we're going to see coming up this Saturday and stuff. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep promoting and pressing it. Drew McIntyre getting the win over Baron Corbin with the help of Akira Tozawa distracting JBL. Also, too, the women, Bianca Belair, the reigning Raw Women's Champion, and her teammates for Survivor Series for Team Bianca versus Team Damage Control. I don't know why they're not saying that, but it was Survivor Series used to be called names like team names and stuff. But Team Bianca with champion Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. Asuka having the advantage match coming up when she took on Rhea Ripley in a match. Rhea Ripley, who hadn't been in a match in a long time, Rhea Ripley part of the Judgment Day and Essence and stuff. Well, Bianca revealed that the fifth and final member of Survivor Series for their team for Team Bianca for her team will be revealed on SmackDown this week. They always dragging that on, trying to help off SmackDown. Why it couldn't be, shown tonight? They're just, to me, everyone knows who's gonna be. It's gonna be Becky Lynch, to me. But we know that Bianca's teammate Mission, Mia Yim calls herself Mission now. I don't know why they call her that, but that's her name right now, Michi, or whatever. She was in a crucial battle as the Judgment Day and the OC try to battle each other outside. You see right here on the parking lot. I don't know why they doing that, but hey, it is what it is. They was battling on the outside, both all team members and stuff, trying to get their advantage. So it should have been Team Judgment Day versus Team OC in a traditional Survivor Series match. You can still add Survivor Series where they want to make War Games the centerpiece. So I understand in more ways than one. But like I said, we're gonna see these matches and stuff at Survivor Series. Well, we know Rhea Ripley got the win over Asuka, pinning Asuka with the Riptide to get the 1-2-3. And you can tell Bayley, Team Damage Control with Rhea Ripley are impressed and happy that Rhea giving them the advantage. Like I said, the team advantage is 2-on-1 for right now. Every team with intervals come out there one by one, so they had the upper advantage. Till every team member comes out, they got the upper advantage. So I guess we'll know at Survivor Series, Team Bianca is a little bit short-handed right now, and they were short-handed at the end when like I said, when Rhea Ripley won for the team. I think look for Rhea Ripley and the rest of them to gang up on them and continue that dominance at Survivor Series. Look for that. Also, two honorable mentions. Elias and Riddle won their match over American Alpha. Really wasn't, too big and done. So we already know. And we told you about the fight scene and stuff. So there's a lot going on. We're looking forward to Survivor Series coming up this weekend on the WWE, on Peacock and WWE Network. So look for that. All right, we move forward. Let's end the Raw Ring Report right now. We're gonna continue on with Wrestling Hot Topics on Wrestling Hot Topics. Like I said, we're gonna talk about it. WWE announced that Survivor Series will have a press conference. I guess it's their version of a medium scrum after Survivor Series. See the aftermath from what went down, and we're gonna see that after Survivor Series on how that came to be. So we're looking forward to see that as well. We know that Nikki Ash is putting the pieces that she's dumping her persona. She's getting rid of the 24/7 championship belt, and she's trying to dump her trash can persona as well. So she's doing everything she can with the costume and the belt. That's not her no more. So hey, it is what it is. It's good for her. Also, too, AEW six-man trios champion Penta Zero Mia was out on the football watching the game. So Penta watching the game and seeing it for himself. So hey, good for Penta. Speaking of another AEW star, the new world champion MJF has a new T-shirt and called himself the Devil. Got a new Devil T-shirt, so I guess he's the Devil in more ways than one. You know how that be going forward. Speaking of that, MJF, Finn Balor made a reply saying a comeback saying he's the devil. A lot of people saying they're the devil one way or another. All right. What else happened? We're hearing rumors and reports that we can go on the Raw page. Hearing rumors and reports that WWE may be trying to get SummerSlam to WrestleMania to Nashville. If things go right, build that proposed stadium they're looking for in Nashville. WrestleMania could be heading to Nashville sooner rather than you think. So we'll see like for that. Also, too, we know putting a lot of news for Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling just released that their world champion Josh Alexander has almost surpassed former world champion, current WWE star AJ Styles. Josh Alexander now at 212 days as a Impact champion. So congratulations to Josh, and he's inching in closer to get the Bobby Roode record of 256 days as champion. So hey, it is what it is. On that, we ain't heard from Bobby Roode and stuff. So hey. Also, too, these someone put a meme out these about the greatest wrestling minds right here. Vince McMahon, Bischoff, Dusty, Cornette, Nachu, Russo, O, Heyman, Bill Cowboy, Bill Watts, Jr. and Vernon Gunn. I think all 6, 9 of these men have contributed a lot to the wrestling industry. So you know how they go. All right. And we know that the Shield will be celebrating. We told you last week was the 10th anniversary of the Shield debuting. We know Roman will be part of Survivor Series in the 10-year anniversary. He'll be leading Team Bloodline against the Brawling Brutes, who will be led by Sheamus. So we'll see that fight, that brawl, that massacre at Survivor Series one way or another. And we told you earlier, Seth Rollins will be celebrating his 10-year anniversary of Survivor Series, defending his United States Championship against Theory and Lashley. So it's going to be an eventful Survivor Series one way or another, with Seth Rollins defending the U.S. gold in the triple threat match, and Roman Reigns in Team Bloodline one way or another. So we'll see that match as well. Team Bloodline versus Team Brawling Brutes at Survivor Series and War Games. So we'll see this week. We'll tell you coming up on Predict the Outcome. We'll have highlights and results of the SmackDown Ring Report a little bit on what went down on SmackDown and get you to lead to Survivor Series with the team advantage within a tag team match as Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, team of brothers design, takes on a real team of brothers, along with reigning tag team champions, the Usos, in a team advantage match. Who's going to lead their team to a team advantage at Survivor Series? We just have to wait and find out and see. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. We'll see you tomorrow for the NXT Ring Report with the championship match between Carmelo Hayes and Wesley. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for another edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.